Hi, class. I hope that you all have had an awesome week. So, for week two discussion, I decided to step it up a little bit from just a normal audio to actually giving you a visual of what I will be discussing today in my post. So, our topic is now that you have read about general distance learning research, what areas of additional research might be needed? In other words, what questions remain? So, in my findings, I found three areas that I felt like needed more research to be taking place, and that was the effective and non-effective designs, distance learning standards, and the distance learning option. And I'm just going to kind of go through each of these and talk about why I felt like more research needed to be done and how this could help the field of distance education. So first up is effective and non-effective designs. Basically, a lot of the research shows that, it's not about what media you use, but it's really about the learning outcomes, the standards, what you're actually teaching, the instruction, and how you design it and present it to the students. So if that's, you know, important and research has shown that that's important, I feel like more research needs to be gathered and put together on effective and non-effective designs for distance learning. I know that there are a lot of different platforms out there, a lot of different ways to present the information in the designs, but I do feel like there needs to be a central place that research has been done, some type of field study has been completed to show how effective or ineffective a instructional design is for a particular course. The next area that I felt like needed a little bit more research was the distance learning standards. In our lecture video, some of the findings on research, say that there were a lack of standard terminology, the lack of comprehensive theory. And I feel like in everything in education, we always have standards. I mean, in math, science, social studies, in everything. I mean, instructional technology, we have standards. So I feel like we need a clear-cut kind of like list of distance learning standards for like each state, or even if you want to make it more federal, or whatever the case may be, even local to the state, or county, or however, or even the school. But there needs to be some type of distance learning standards that are across the board. I think that will hold schools more accountable for actually meeting those standards. Like, for instance, I know in Gwinnett we have the quality plus teaching strategies, and basically these are strategies that all the teachers are recommended to use in order to provide effective instruction. So I feel like we need some type of overarching distance learning standards that all schools can use to reassure themselves and the people who actually give them their accreditation that, hey, we're all meeting these same standards and this is how. So definitely looking forward to seeing more research about that. And also, my last one is the distance learning option. I feel like distance learning is an option because we still have traditional education. I don't feel like that's going anywhere, but I feel like the distance learning option does feed a market of people who need it. But at the end of the day, a lot of people have reasons for wanting to do distance learning, but have they actually did research into understanding or figuring out whether distance learning is actually for them? I mean, they talked about, learner attributes and, completers and non-completers and, about, the locus of control, and you feeling like, if you're in control of your success, you're going to do better, or if the teacher is more in control, the likelihood of you succeeding is lower. But all of us we have different learning styles. All of us, I feel like, have a different formula for feeling like we can be successful in a course. And I think that people look at the advantages of distance learning, but they don't actually evaluate whether distance learning is actually for them. So it would be really cool to see, some research done on actually surveying, having students survey and actually look into whether or not distance learning is actually for them or not. Because no matter how effective or how awesome the design is, if the student is, if distance learning isn't for them, it just may not be for that particular student because of their study habits or their lifestyle or whatever the case may be. So those are my 3 areas that I feel like more research needs to be done in. So I look forward to hearing you guys research and also listening to your recordings and videos as well about what questions you still have. So have a great day. Thank you.